welcome to the GC Pod.
Welcome. First episode with Kelly.
It is.
Honestly, I say we just started off with, the podcast is our first episode, obviously. Like, pretty much what we want to do with the podcast is just, make something where we can just sort of have conversations that we would normally have, like, and just, like, be able to bring our sort of tastes and our opinions on stuff. We're into music, we're into fashion.
Like our creative minds.
Yeah, exactly that. And just put it on record, honestly, because we always talk about this type of shit, but we just never really record it.
Yeah, and we always want to.
And we've always wanted to.
We always have these great ideas or these great talks that we think that more than just we could benefit from.
Yeah.
People would actually enjoy it and listen to it and see our side on things.
If you take it in, all of our friends always have had good advice for each other, and we've all been able to just come up from that.
Yeah, and that's the thing too is with our friend group is we just constantly bounce off each other. Bounce ideas, it's always a good mix, a good vibe, it's always upbringing spirits and positive things. And
get the gum out.
Yeah.
So for the podcast, we don't really have any specific things that we want to talk about for every single time. We sort of want to change it up however we feel.
Yeah.
Whatever would be natural to us, that's sort of what I want to do with the podcast, just natural conversations, things that we're actually into, things that we're feeling at the time. And with that, we'd probably have different people on every time. Right now, it's me and Kelly. Sometimes maybe we'd have me and Matt. We'd have some of our friends on as guests that wouldn't really, be on the podcast as much or stuff like that. So.
But yeah, so how exactly did you think of GC, or how did GC come to be with you? Because you are the mastermind.
Yeah. I try to. No, but for those who don't know, GC started in probably was it 2018? That was 10th grade, pretty much. Yeah. I don't really know. Did you know about it then?
I did, because you came out with the hoodies, and obviously I knew Mark and Ian, and I saw people repping it.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we didn't say much about it though.
No, it was more low key, and I was in the GC boys chat. And,
yeah. I remember that. Okay.
So there was,
I don't know if you were into that or not.
Yeah, I was. So I was in it from the early upbringing.
Yeah.
And, I did kind of see it a little bit, but it has.
Yeah, it's we weren't close then, and GC wasn't really close as a friend group, or it wasn't you would talk to Ian, or you wouldn't really even, or we wouldn't really even talk that much, but we talked, but.
Yeah, we were friends, we knew each other, all.
But it wasn't we were close type thing.
Yeah, exactly, and then it just. Through mutual friends Mark and Don, and just started talking and hanging out more, and just gradually we were that kid's cool, or I like the ideas that he's throwing off.
Yeah, that's how it worked with everybody that we're close with now.
Yeah, exactly. It's all that same type of that vibe, and it
just the energy.
Mindset.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's okay. Yeah, no, but so in 10th grade it sort of started where GC honestly started off as Google Classroom because of Mr. Walsh. I don't know if you knew that, but yeah. So Mr. Walsh, one of our teachers he taught U.S. history, I think. I don't even remember.
AP.
I wasn't in that. It was global. No, I don't know what
global,
it was.
But I was in AP World.
Yeah, I think it was global. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna say global, but he would be, all right, everybody, hop on GC, and we just thought it was so funny for whatever reason that he called Google Classroom GC. So then I started off by just making a hoodie that had the Google Classroom logo on it. And then from there, I don't honestly know. I've just always had a creative mind. I've always been into clothes. I think you could tell that. But I just never really started making my own art, I'd say, until very recently. I've always wanted to. Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people are They just want to make art or want to make something, and they just never really.
Exactly how I am too, is because I have a very creative side and I like art, but I'm terrible at
it's
art.
Just difficult. Yeah, it's just difficult for people to put out on stuff. Yeah,
exactly. Especially when you don't see your own things as good, or even if you aren't good.
Exactly.
And drawing and everything, painting.
Yeah, you're always your worst critic or your hardest critic. Yeah.
Because you want everything to be perfect, and nothing's going to be perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, and even if you realize that, if your stuff isn't good at the time, and if you realize that there's a greater version that you can work up to, that's what I think can sort of help you get going on sort of executing on the ideas you have and stuff like that, and just realizing that you're always going to be able to get better, and there's no there's no point where I don't even know what I'm fucking trying to say now.
Nowhere but up. I know what you're trying to say. You can only do but grow, especially if you're working. If you're working towards something, I mean, when are you ever going to go back? Like, you're only taking steps forward, no matter how small, no how big.
Yeah.
Like, you're climbing that mountain. It may be slow process. You may reach it quick. Who knows? But
it's like every day. If you just be the best you every day type thing. Like, that's just the best way to think of it. And that really helped me a lot.
Yeah, and I know you told me that, and that's something that really, like, I don't know the word I'm looking for, just, like...
Resonated?
Yeah, resonated, and, like, I really felt, because, like, you know, like, at times, you know, you're not the best person you want to be, but every day you want to wake up and just be the best you, and do everything you want to do, and just overall be that ideal person that you want to be, that ideal you. Like, that's what you want to wake up and achieve every day.
Yeah, just having the faith that... just having the faith in yourself, that's like the key thing for it. But honestly, just getting into the GC still, so I was making a few designs like in 10th grade, didn't really put out too much like of merch wise, or just like I didn't make that much that I actually released. But at the end of the year, I came up with a hoodie design that was just the copy of, like, you know, August. That's like A$AP Rocky's brand. Yeah. It just copied the August design, and I just changed it to purple, and it just had GC.
Say the purple and black hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a hoodie.
Yeah. Oh, you did? I didn't even know.
I think I got it from, Mark.
You got it from somebody, for sure.
Someone had a second one that they gave me.
I used to like do stuff for people to get them for free. Like, I'd be like, literally play rock, paper, scissors for a free one. Like, yeah. I did that, like, with a hat for, like, ping pong. Like, David and, like, one of his friends, they played ping pong for a hat. And it's just, like, fun when you have stuff like that. But, yeah, so I did the gray, or not gray. I did the black hoodie with the purple design. And then I was trying to work on a design, like, my own design for a while. Because, like, I did the AUG thing, and I just didn't really like that it wasn't my, like, original design. Mm-hmm. And something about that just made me feel like I should make my own thing. And, like,
it's not yours. Like, you want it's like,
I just don't feel okay working off of their
ideas, their, like, creative mindset.
Yeah.
It's also like a sense of accomplishment, like that you were saying, like, right when I came in, that, like, it's actually the sense of, like, you did it, you thought of it, you made it, and now it's, like, out there, and, like, people
exactly
want that. Or people are, you know, jumping, like trying to go get that, actually buy it or like it.
Yeah.
Another thing that's really helped me become better as a creative person is just taking reference from my actual life and things that I see or experience and enjoy, and using that inspiration to make things that I like and enjoy. That really is what seems to me is what differentiates just doing something creative from making something that's you and giving something character and making something genuine and authentic. And that really, to me, is what is important with anything creative, and finding purpose in it and enjoying what you do and being able to be consistent with it. And so then I did the first shirt, and that was the Smile logo shirt. It had 3 green smiles on the side with the GC as the eyes for the last one. We can, like, pop that up on the screen or something if we have this on YouTube. Yeah. No, but I just, like, always had this, you know, the sort of ideas that I wanted to sort of put my tastes and everything that I'm into, like, whether that's, like, fashion related or, like, fitness related, or my mindset,
just, like, all the things, and just mix everything, like, music related, everything that I'm into, and mix it into one thing. And just recently I've realized that GC is, like, the perfect thing to do that with. Like, I always wanted it to be that way, but I didn't really have clarity. But the more and more that I just thought about it, you grow clarity over time about what you want to do, and that's, like, how it became what it is now.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we went over this, and it's not just, like, GC's not just a company or, like, a merch, or, like, it's a mindset, and it's, like, a whole...
Yeah. That's the goal.
Really is, like, a mindset that you're trying to push, or, like, a way of living. Like, it's not just, like, like, the clothing and that shit's cool. Like, that's something that you like that's your creative thing. But
we did talk about this last time, I remember, keep going, I
kind of just want to throw that.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so it's something that you want to, like, grow and, like, push for. Like, I mean, GC can... You've said it can...
Yeah, GC, for me, really is grow and create. Like, That's just the easiest way to say it. And especially making your own meaning of Grow and Create, I think is better than trying to, put words into it for somebody.
Yeah, because it can mean different things for different people, but it still has that same...
the same resonance with everybody. That it's like, it's GC, that's...
But it could mean your own thing, and however you take that or however you want it to be portrayed, like it could be your own thing, but it all... At the end, it's supposed to be positive, uplifting, and something that kind of pushes you to be the best you.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to say it, honestly.
GC really started as us just sort of having fun and fucking around, and that was really how it was in like all of like junior year and even before that, like when we were like doing the GC stuff before that. But I really started to see something bigger than us just, making funny videos and just sort of like, it was just like something for us, sort of like that's really what it was at the time. I started to see something more than just us, and I wanted to make it into something that was sort of us mixing all of our skills and putting that into something where we're creating and we're actually making that into a collective sort of, I guess. And that's sort of how it turned from like GC with like the jokes, the memes, having fun, the stickers in school. We would put stickers in school. We'd just be messing around. We'd have fun. That's when it sort of turned into GC Boys. And then that we were still sort of figuring out what we're doing and what we want to do and where we're taking all of this. And like GC now stands for Grow and Create, and it's really just seeing where you want to be and growing and getting there. And it's a constant process of this, and it's important to learn to love that process because it's something that we're always going to be a part of as long as we're alive. So it's really what gives us purpose, is what I've sort of figured out at this point. Just trying to get better, trying to be a better person each day, trying to help others, trying to build your character, trying to grow physically, mentally, and just improve and inspire others ever upwards, So that's like how it sort of became GC Process on the usernames. And so like we were just saying just a bit earlier, it really is something that can mean anything to anyone and however they correlate it to their life. But also still enjoying life and living like a movie and having fun. And because enjoying it and being confident in yourself, being comfortable with yourself in reality is really all that matters. So, yeah. When I started getting better, I started realizing like, holy fuck, like I actually like am able to do this now. Like this dream that I've had, like I actually have made it to the point where I finally embodied what I wanted to embody and was living the way that I wanted, and that's what it is now. And it just makes me really happy that a lot of people so far have liked it. Obviously it's really small, and focused on just making it bigger. For everybody who already fucks with it, thank you so much, because it really does mean so much. And so
with the podcast too, it's like, with different people, you're going to get different ideas or different things you're talking about, or not just like that whole like growth and mindset thing, but also like, just what's going on, or like what's up with that new person, or like what's going on with them, like what's going on behind the scenes. Just have some random loop playing in the background for most of us. This might have to be it.
No, it has to be it. It has to be it.
So we could pause it.
For those of you looking at the screen right now, Mr. Fujiwara, this is by a guy named PilotRedSun.
Our idol.
We become fucking addicted to his videos.
We watch every single one.
I think so.
No,
I think we've watched every single one. Yeah,
multiple times.
So it's this animator that do you know who? Oh, Ian found him. Ian's like has a nose for stuff like this. Like he just finds cool animations and just cool art and stuff like this all the time. So he showed Matt and I like I don't know what the video is called. There was the one, the Quaaludes one. I forget. Do you know the name of that?
Not that one. Not So Fast.
Yeah, so Not So Fast is the first PilotRedSun video that we watched, and we just became addicted after that. It almost just gives you the feel of just dissociating. Like we'll get into dissociating in a few other podcasts, but
that's that's for a later discussion.
Exactly. Yeah.
With a couple more friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
is there anything like anything upcoming with GC or anything you wanna?
Yeah. So right now, we're focused on doing the content, posting, just growing the audience and all that. But we have hats coming out soon. Be on the lookout for that. We'll be posting about that. And we're working on a website that you'll be able to buy the hats from and more. And yeah, so from there, we have the Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Instagram and TikTok are both at GC Process, and the YouTube is just GC. Yeah, we'll have a lot more on the way, and we're going to keep going. After the hats, we'll have hoodies that we'll be announcing and lots of other clothes. So yeah, be on the lookout. And I think that concludes the first GC experience. So thank you for listening.